101 possibilities. Pencils down. The words broke the silence in the exam room. With that, I stood and placed my extra transparency film, my trusted book, and what remained of my frayed nerves into my old-school hard-sided briefcase and delivered my project to the front of the room. This would be the last exam of my high school years. My daydreaming was interrupted by glancing at my phone. I happened to reread my most recent text from Ever. Dada, finals week is here. First up, futurism. I wonder what an exam in futurism looks like. Do you have to predict the future? And if so, how do they know you're right? I had not thought about the pressures of taking tests for a long time until I read that text again from Ever. My parents expected me to go to college, and I had to figure out how to pay for it. I realized in high school that athletic talent was required to get an athletic scholarship, and that I lacked even the bare minimum to even be considered. That realization forced another realization. College was right around the corner, and that if I wanted to get scholarships, I had better figure out how to use my head. From that moment on, every exam took on additional meaning, but I had not stumbled across anything that truly captured my interest until I took an introduction to accounting. Business had always fascinated me. I watched my Uncle Tom build a commercial real estate company as I was growing up. Numbers had been a source of interest for me as well. From the time I acquired a paper route, I was consumed with increasing the number of customers and managing the cycle time to deliver them. Clearly, I wasn't the typical high schooler. Accounting represented the melding of the things I was drawn to, numbers and business. I continuously read everything I could find on business, daydreaming of what it would be like to run a business and how different problems would require creative solutions. That abstract nature of the business world seemed to have endless possibilities, whereas the accounting made it real. Rather than being consumed by basketball, football, or cheerleaders, my high school fascination was the book 101 Business Ratios. The answers to the good and bad things about business were all there in that book, neatly laid out in mathematical formulas. But then my imagination could run wild with possibilities of how to take that math and come up with a story of how to move things forward. I forged a deep appreciation for data and stories within those pages. I always imagined how my Uncle Tom might be crunching numbers in advance of buying a building and reimagining its form and use. Business competitions had scholarships for the winners, especially at the national level. My memory of placing that project down at my final national competition was interrupted by another text from Ever. Dada, I just predicted that data will be its own currency in the future. I quietly thought, well, of course it is. Can't wait to see your grades. Your data will never be more than how you see it.